That's working.
Your luck. They'll hear that.
We're good.
Shalom, friends of Israel. I am Sal Lisabram, National President of Jewish National Fund USA. Thank you again for joining us for our daily briefing on Israel. Today, I'm joining you from the Ronald Lauder J&F House in New York City. Today's call will be dedicated to the hostages and the missing families. We will hear heart-wrenching firsthand stories from family members who are living a nightmare. And we will hear from family members of the Hostages and Missing Families Forum. This was established last week by all of the families of the hostages and the missing people, with more than 1,000 volunteers who are doing absolutely everything in their power to bring their families home. We will close with a short update from Israel with Tali Tzur, Chief of Staff, J&F Israel. First, we will view a short video.
Amos, you need to unmute yourself so we can hear you.
Amos, you have to unmute. Start it from the beginning, Amos.
מה שאני רוצה הכי הרבה בלב שאין מילים את מתרגשת אתה בשיר
Hi, everyone. In Shem Tov, my dearest friend, in my dark dreams, I would not believe that I will have to introduce you to my Jewish National Fund USA family in these circumstances. Of you being a mother.
Sounds really echoey.
I'll just repeat it. Shelly is my very good friend, Shelly Shem Tov, and I'm just telling her that in my darkest dreams, I wouldn't believe that I will have to ever introduce her to my Jewish National Fund USA family as a mother of a hostage. Just a few months ago, we took Shelly and Malki with a bunch of friends to Eshkol region, to the Chalutza communities, to show them how beautiful life is and how we can relate to every person who lives in this area. Shelly, please share with us your story.
Hello, I'm Shelly. Me and my family lives in Herzliya. I have my husband is Malki, and we live and we have 3 children. Dana, she's 27, Amit is 24, and Omer, our sunshine, is 21. Last Friday, I had a birthday, and we've been in a restaurant, and we went to Jerusalem to travel. My kids wanted to buy me a present, and from the Jerusalem back home, I thought about my life, and I said, "Thank you, God. I have an amazing life." I'm so full of what I have. And in the evening, we ate Shabbat dinner, and Omer went with his friends to the festival. He gave me a hug, like he do everywhere. He kissed me 3 times. 1, 2, 3. He said, "Mom, I love you." And he went to the festival. We went to sleep. And in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, there was alarms. We went to the shelter, and immediately we called Omer. He said that there is also their alarms, but everything is okay. They are a little bit mess, but it's okay. We are in a crazy country, so rockets or it's a normal thing. And I went back to sleep, and we thought everything is fine. After an hour and a half, Malki, my husband, tried to call the Omer. He said there is a mess there, and they are trying to find their way out. On the 9 a.m., we saw on the TV that it's not a regular thing. I called him again, and I heard that Omer is in panic. He told me, "Mom, there are shotguns here. We are on the car, and we want to get away from here." My daughter told him, "Send us live location." He sent us the live location, and then the phone stopped. We saw the live location is moving like back forward like this, and my daughter started to cry, and she said, it's not okay, it's not okay, call him, it's not okay." So I called him, and we saw that is moving into the board. I called him to say to him, "Omer, it's not the right way, go from to the other way." And the phone was ringing, but Omer didn't answer. And we saw on live that Omer is moving into Gaza. After it, I understand that he was with their friends in the car, and then the Hamas people came, and they took them from the car and they get away to Gaza. We didn't understand. We didn't want to believe that it's true. Malki went to Beersheba, and he went from hospital to hospital to try to find Omer. And I, with my children, tried to call everybody, his friends, to get information. Where is Omer? If somebody saw him. But we didn't find nothing. At 8:00 p.m., one of his friends called me, and he said to me, "Shelly, I'm so sorry, but I need to send you a video. I think that Omer is in the video." In the beginning, I said, no, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. My brother was with me, and he sent it to him. And we saw Omer cuffed with handcuffs in his hand on the floor of a pickup truck. We heard noises of Arab. They are talking. And that was the time when my life became nightmare. I called Malki, sent him the video, and I told him to come back home. And from that time, we are not sleeping, we are not eating. I'm afraid. I don't know where is he. He's with the devil. I don't know if they're giving him food, if they're giving him to eat, if they are beating him. And we try to do things with friends, with a lot of people that can help us to find a way to get to Omer. On Monday evening, the government came and said to us that Omer is kidnapped by the Hamas. And from that time till now, I don't know where he is. I want to tell you a little bit of who is Omer. Like I say, Omer is the sunshine of our house. He is a boy that everybody wants to be near him. He has a lot of friends. He likes music. He's a DJ. He's so funny. He's a warm boy. Every day when he's going to work, he's telling me, "Mom, I love you." He's kissing me and he's going to work. Now he is a waitress because he wanted to save the money to travel all over the world. He likes music, and because of that, he was in this festival. And right now, he needed to be in Amsterdam in a festival like this. I'm, as a mom, that the basic thing that moms can do is to help her son, and I cannot do it now for my son. And the way that I do it now, it's not physically to him, but I am talking and shouting in all over the world my pain, my nightmare, and not only my nightmare, all the mothers, children, babies, grandmothers, the Hamas took to Gaza, and no mother in the world needs to feel like I feel now. No mother, no father needs to feel this nightmare, this pain, this craziness. And all that I want is my son, my sunshine, Omer. Come back home. That's it.
Sol.
Shelley, thank you. Thank you for your courage to share your story. We will keep Omer in our hearts and our prayers until he is home and he's safe.
Amen.
We will keep your story in our hearts. We will keep in touch to make sure that we follow the story. And if there's anything at Jewish National Fund USA that we can do for you or your family, please reach out to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, we'll call on Ronan Soor, strategic advisor who helped to found the forum and is leading Hasbara.
Hello, everyone. I didn't know Shelley and Malki, her husband, and all this big whole family last 10 days. In Saturday morning, as all Israelis and Jewish all over the world, we heard about the horrible acts in Gaza. And in Sunday, one of my employees called me and asked me if I ready to take care of the families and to make press conference because there is few families from the disaster that want to say something to the media. So we met for the first time with 5 families, most of them parents or relative to children, brothers, sisters, parents from the party in Nova, the Love Party. And part of them parents to soldiers, and all became together with a lot of tears, as you saw in this press conference that I will never forget in my life. In the press conference, I met for the first time a guy, his name is Dudi Zalmanovich, lawyer, that is part of the family of Shelley and Malki, her husband. And together we decide to build the headquarters that will give services to the families that didn't know anything about their relatives. No information, no one from the Home Front Command was in contact with them. And you have to understand that Israel was shocked. The army was shocked, and all the government authorities was shocked. And in Israel, when all the authorities is shocked, the people became leaders and built all the necessaries that these families need. So we decide together, Dudi and me, to build kind of a home front command that will come in this vacuum in the first hours and days that no one know how to collect the details about the hostages. No one know what answer to give them, psychologist or anything. And what we know that we must build, we cannot wait to the formal Home Front Command, and we must build civilian Home Front Command that will give all the services. And today we are after a week, more than 2,500 volunteers that helping the families. And if you will come here in the morning, you will see hundreds of volunteers that everyone have a job in this very important mission. And the headquarters is built on two wings. One wing is all the influence wing that include media consulting, a media campaign that doing by Publicis from all over the Publicis, the international company and the local company. They are doing a great job, and they create the slogan of bring them home. Also the website, also the films, and all the other products that we need to this campaign. We have more than 50 media consultants for the international coverage and local coverage. We have influencers team. So we work now with influencers all over the world and also in Israel that create films and tweets, post, all what we need. Negotiation team, yes, we create negotiation team before the government create, and our negotiating team, leading by Yossi Cohen, the head of the Mossad, David Meidan, that was one of the Mossad senior and who was the leader of Shalit negotiation, Yaakov Perry, I think everyone knows his name, and also a legal team that includes the senior officials from the Minister of Justice, Mr. Raz Nizri and Dan Eldad. This is the most senior team in Israel in this very complicated issue of hostages and missing people. And after a few days, the formal authorities trying to create their construction,
negotiation. Their
construction
organization.
Yes, organization, and we help them with the details and with the volunteers to help all the families, and also we are working together in the negotiation team because this negotiation team have the most practice, thousands of hours and connection to all the Arab leaders in the area, Qatar, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey. That this is the leaders that can release our hostages and missing people if they will make the pressure to Sinwar and the Hamas. We also create an evidence team because now we collect all the films and pictures and evidence to prove the case of crime against humanity. And this evidence team, leading by the senior Israeli CIA, it's called the Lahav in Hebrew, and they are working about this case. And the films and picture is really, I don't have the right word to describe how disgusting the pictures and the films, and we didn't remember everyone this kind of pictures, I think, from the Holocaust. Also, we have a wing of taking care of all the families needed, psychologists, social help, and legal help in a lot of questions and complicated issues that the family is now trying to solve. Even simple things like bank account, that is, they have to decide what to do with him, because we know that the credit cards and other personal things is now in the Hamas hands. So all this organization is for the families. Most of the families is organized in our team, and we are doing the best that all the missing and all the hostages will be tonight back home, and if not tonight, in the weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Ronan, and all the hard work you and your colleagues are doing. We appreciate it, and we'll stay in close contact. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we'll hear from Yoni Asher. Yoni's story, along with so many others, has been widely covered. Yoni's wife and two beautiful daughters, age 3 and 5, his mother-in-law and her spouse were taken hostage on October 7th. Yoni, we'd love to hear from you.
Hello, and thank you for letting me speak this evening. My name is Yoni Asher, and my wife and two daughters are currently got abducted, taken to Gaza. On the morning on Saturday, the October 7th, my family went to visit my mother-in-law, my wife and two daughters in a kibbutz near Oz. And I wasn't with them. I was back in our house, about 100 kilometers from there. And at the morning, my wife called me. She told me that they are locked down in the safe room, the security room, hearing missiles, hearing gunshots. And after about a few seconds, she told me that people entered the house, and she hearing them. And at that point, we suggested that maybe she will disconnect the phone because we didn't want to risk her. And we did. That was our last call, in fact. And I knew that she and my mother-in-law and her spouse in the safe room. Later on, I tried to reach her, couldn't get to her or my mother-in-law. There was a big mess all around and a lot of phone calls trying to get information. Later on, I tracked her mobile phone using the Gmail app on my laptop, which was open. So I discovered that her mobile phone appeared inside Gaza at that point. And not much longer afterwards, I saw the video 9 seconds long, which is so I recognized my wife and two daughters. You can see on this video my wife getting covered on her head by one of the people that kidnapped them, and you can see my older daughter Raz with a purple dress, yellow gold hair. I also recognized my mother-in-law on that same video. They were on some kind of vehicle, screaming Allahu Akbar all around. And that's how I found out that they were abducted. It was about noon at 3 p.m. And it's after a few nerve-wracking hours of trying to get them, trying to get information. And when I saw that video, I knew for sure that they were abducted. And many people lately ask me to describe what did you felt? Is it the most common question? how did you feel? Well, I obviously didn't find the words, but the closest description that I can tell you in words is that I stand right now and I saw the gates of hell opening up in front of me, and I'm without any member of my family. Right now, my wife and two little beautiful babies are everything I got. They are my whole world. And it's either live or die for me right now. And I will do whatever it takes to fight for their lives, to return them to me, to find out what happened to them. They are only babies. They are abducted and probably held. I don't know. I hope. I don't know in what conditions, but I don't know whether they are cold, whether they are hungry. My little girl has a breathing problem, and I think maybe if she's underground, that could be damaging to her. My wife and older daughter also have some kind of medical condition that they need treatment. I went to their doctor and got all the documents of it. And it's a situation where there is no time. The time is yesterday. Little babies cannot hold much longer in captivity. This is not a regular situation. This is more than emergency. This is more than urgent. These are no soldiers or not a grown-ups. Those are babies, and we don't know what is their condition. And the thoughts as a father is quite of a range of thoughts, from whether they're alive until whether they are cold or eating or scared. But there are not enough words anyway to describe my feeling as a father. So the message that is important to me to say, first of all, I want to tell my condolences to all of the other families, and I feel their sorrow, and I hear the stories, and I am hurt for all of the people of Israel because it's a national tragedy, and I hear in cases, and all of this information get to me during my own private, personal disaster, and it is making the disaster only bigger because these are my friends, these are my family. Beyond my own nuclear family, there are people in the kibbutz. I know people that been on my wedding, an entire family got killed. Those people were at my wedding. I know them. The tragedy is too big to even describe in words. And like I told you, anyone, any organization, any official body or a diplomat, or it doesn't matter to me at that point, I will do it by any means. And I will use whatever I can to fight for their return. And they also have German citizenship, my mother-in-law and my wife. So right now there are 3 generations, grandmother, wife, mother, and her daughters, that are all the granddaughters of the great-grandma just passed away a few months ago, Tirza, which was a Holocaust survivor who speaks German fluently and lived here in Israel. And I'm glad she didn't get to see her daughter and her granddaughter and their daughters in this situation. And I can only hope and pray that they will come back to me, because without my family, there is no point for me to live. And that's why I say here that I got nothing to lose. And by any means, I will fight for their return. And I appreciate that you letting me speak here today and all of the efforts. And thank you.
Hopeful and vocal about the safe return of your family. And we feel like your family to us at JNF USA. So we thank you. We'll keep in touch with you, and please don't hesitate to reach out if we can do anything for you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Next, we'll hear from Amos Pickle, a member of the forum in charge of the needs of each family. Amos?
Thank you for having us on this call. I'm an Israeli volunteer, a part of a group of 2,500 volunteers who volunteer to this, and a part of millions of Israelis who are volunteering, who picked up the pieces of what happened on that horrible Saturday and hit the ground running, trying to help. I think that what we have over here is an organization that was set up in a very professional manner with all relevant disciplines required for the task in hand. Since our efforts are coordinated with the government, they are meant to help the Israeli government, but the main strategy is creating outside pressure to pressure relevant governments and entities and organizations to pressure Hamas in a way that will help bring this to a happy end as early as soon as possible to end all this suffering. What we do need from you, if you may, is to help us in creating all this influence. Speak to influencers that you know. Speak to public opinion leaders. Speak to contacts that you have in the media, contacts in government, anyone that you think can help create this pressure. Keep up the public awareness. Never let anyone forget that there are 199 people who are in captivity at this moment. We're trying to do everything that we can in order to get them back home, bring them back home. So whatever you can do, please speak to us, be in touch with us. We will get the people to speak in front of whoever is needed, just to do anything, but we need your help in whatever you can help us with, please. And again, thank you for your time, your support, and attention to this.
So thank you, Amos. We will do whatever we can. Please keep in touch with us. We'll keep you updated. You can keep us updated. We have a similar goal. Finally, we're going to close with Tali from Israel and for some closing remarks.
Hard to speak after this line of speakers. I can only tell you that I don't know what to do first, from early morning until late at night, listening to the stories. I'm speaking with our friends, in Ramat HaNegev and in Eshkol and in Sderot, and everybody's crying for help. And as if it's not enough, the South and the Arava and all the requests, we have to be prepared for the North, because we don't know, when this frontier will hit up, what are they planning to do over there? So yesterday we have established with the Ministry of Negev Galil a fund of $5 million together to prepare the communities on the northern border. They have so many, needs, because they don't even have the shelters. They don't have the equipment. That they're not ready. So a lot of mayors have asked the residents to evacuate. I don't know where there are rooms anymore in Israel. Between, only in the city of Sderot, that counts 36,000 people, 80% of the city has been evacuated. Only 20% of the residents of Sderot are still in Sderot. And these are all people who suffer from PTD, chronic PTD, people with special needs, elderly people, those that cannot evacuate themselves. So it's Sderot, and it's Ofakim, and it's all the communities, in the Gaza envelope, and it's in the north, in the upper Galilee, in the western Galilee. And every penny that we're giving them, they're so appreciative. And we can give them just because you're with us. And we feel the support. And I'm sorry for being so emotional. Please, thank you. I know what you're doing. I know what you're giving. I know that you care.
Don't know who Tali is. Tali's JNF CEO in Israel. She's coordinating all these different events, rescue, the money that is going to the communities, the goods that are going to the communities from JNF, the relocation of 2,200 people that we've relocated. Tali has been instrumental in facilitating all of that. And I think at this point, we're going to ask Tali to just step back for a moment. We'll finish off this Zoom. And Tali is part of the JNF family. We've said this before, jnf.org. You can go to our website. There's a special button there that you can click for Support Israel. Every single dollar goes to the people and the areas that are most in need. Tali helps to distribute and make sure that your money goes to those that are that require our needs. So I think we're going to close now. Just want to thank everyone for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And why don't we just go dark now?